2012 in Equatorial Guinea and Gabon were the joint hosts of the African Cup of Nations. Sudan now with a great ball in, great chance and a great goal. Beautifully done then by Bakri Abd El Gadir. He's been the most threatening player going forward for Sudan. And the home side draw first blood against the African champions. Comes against the defending African champions, the width on the sneer side. El Haq now has got numbers getting into that box. That was quite vital, but he needed to play in a great delivery. He did. And from point blank range, then Al Ghadi said thank you very much, and Yema got a hand onto it, but with the power of that header, a precious little time to react and come in with a good solid hand onto that. It's Sudan that draw first blood, and Nigeria that have it all to do. They can't quite believe it out in the stands. Take their goal once again, in no hurry. The referee glances at his watch and ensures that Sudan have a memorable, historic victory over Nigeria and ensure that the 2015, this AFCON qualifying campaign continues to be a painful one for Nigeria. 3 matches played now, and the defending champions yet to come up with a win. Just the 1 point for them. Bottom of the group for Stephen Keshi and his Nigerian side.
It's an international player that might help the team that is in trouble. And now this is Okobi in the box, a lovely play, cut back inside, and it's a third, and it's Paranosi. Doesn't she deserve that? She has been very, very busy in front of goal, and she finally got the third. Great work once again from Okobi, like she did with the first goal. Take the ball by the horn, beats 2-3 defenders and cut the ball inside, and Paranosi was on standby to finish it off. Nigeria 3, Ivory Coast 1. Confirmation of the scoreline there. Nigeria 3, and there's a chance here for Ivory Coast. Yeah, they're backing it. They're backing it, and it's Christian Yebel. She scored a second for Ivory Coast. I was talking about a miracle. And maybe there is miracles to happen here at the Same Neoma Stadium. And again, really poor defending from Nigeria, and she take advantage. Cool finishing in the end from Yebel Christian. So Ivory Coast back in the game, and it's game on again. Now look at the pace there from Shola. Cut back inside, it's a big chance, and it's 4, and it's Paranosi once again. Lovely play by Nigeria. And it's that girl.
You're welcome back. It is a Channel Sport on Sunday, and you see the trend that the female team at the African Women Championship going on right now. Nigeria, of course, that is one area where we have dominated. That is one area where we can come back to ascendancy, because the last time it was the Equatorial Guineans who told us that, yes, they brought us back to earth to say that monopoly safe. Can we also play some other games? But this time around, we do hope that, yes, we can reclaim, we win, and then we're back as #1. We look beyond the shores of Africa. We look at teams like the Japanese. I still having that picture in my mind where the Japanese went to Germany to win the World Cup. One day, the Super Falcons will also be it was that we call the World Golden Eaglets when I won the World Cup. So they'll be winning the World Super Falcons. I have my guys back in the house after 1 or 2 weeks out. Jimmy, welcome back.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here. Yemi must have missed me at least for a week. It was good to see Cecilia after a while. Good to see you after a while also.
Okay, Jimmy, we're starting with Federer.
Yemi said bad news.
As far as I'm concerned, that's bad news. Federer winning just month. Like we said before coming into the show, when last did Federer win anything?
Jimmy can tell you.
I like to see younger people win so that we know that they are really.
I remind you, it is what we call in local parlance bad belly. Because in the real sense of it, you have someone that dominated this particular sport as the #1 person.
Nobody's
for over a decade. And you see a lot of people saying that he should retire. After a long while, having problems, he came back in the year 2012. Now he's back. He's going to be world #2. How do you tell someone that is in the first four of the World Tour in an individual game to retire, given the best of tennis after a long while, the greatest of all time, and you say he should retire?
You see,
and he's been winning titles.
People calling for.
I think in this right, this is him. This is him tutoring the world number one.
You see, no doubt about it.
Yes.
Talk about the Shanghai Masters.
Yes.
Federer has been on top of his game. No doubt about it. Like Jimmy said in local parlance, forget any bad belly. Federer has been on top of his game. But you see, one thing I'd like to remind Jimmy, for people calling for Federer's exhibition,
yes,
probably last year, I think they were right, because you see, this is a Federer that we all see as how do I put it? A glorious Federer. We don't want to see him lose.
One person that has been in one final of Federer.
No. People wanted him to quit when your vision was
9 finals.
loudest.
Federer is there.
Within 47 seconds, he was able to hold serve. What did he do? 4 aces.
Yes.
Against the world number one. It tells you a lot about.
Jimmy can read our statistics.
Who won the tournament?
Federer won.
What is the
7-6.
7-6. So do we congratulate Federer?
Let's
congratulate Federer. We've congratulated Federer. Thank you, Federer,
for making us happy.
For making Jimmy happy.
For making the whole world happy. When you watch Federer, you have to never retire. You should actually create like an elite league of veterans so that you continue watching with Federer.
As we speak, Formula One is right there debuting in Russia, in Sochi to be precise. And before we came on, Hamilton started on pole and was still leading in that particular event. Probably before the end of this show, we might have a winner. You know, he went into this about 10 points ahead of Nico Rosberg, because the last in the last game, the last race that did happen, we saw Jules Bianchi in that particular accident. Gentlemen, Formula One is saying this thing is becoming dangerous, and then what are they putting in place? One of them, to me, I believe it will be difficult, is slowing down at at tournaments like this.
You see what happened last week at the Japanese Grand Prix. It's actually a very, very sad event. Jules Bianchi's car crashed into a tractor that came. A recovery tractor.
Yeah.
So what they are saying is they're trying to put up other safety measures. And what is this safety measure? They want them to slow down at the bend. They want to have like a visual what's it called, safety car. But that again is something that is kind of contradictory. This is a game that is based on points, that is based on speed, and you're telling them to slow down. And that's why they say they will put it to a lot of tests. But one thing I'm happy about is they are listening, and they want the sport to be very safe for the drivers. Because Jules Bianchi is in a very, very critical
state now.